Good morning, boys. So in the last class, we are dealing with the probability. So up to 12 sums we finished. Now 2 more sums are there. We'll finish that 2 sums, then we'll go to the next chapter. Now the 2 sums, the 13th sum and 14. The 13. What is given? If A, B, C are 3 events such that probability of B is twice probability of A. And probability of C is thrice probability of A. And probability of A intersection B is 1 by 6. Probability of B intersection C is 1 by 4. Probability of A intersection C is 1 by 8. Probability of A union B union C is 9 by 10. And probability of A intersection B intersection C is 1 by 15. You have to find, what we have to find? We have to find P of A, P of B and P of C. This is what you have to find. What is given? Probability of B is twice probability of A. So P of B is twice P of A. Probability of C is thrice probability of A. That is 3 times P of A. Other things all given. Now we know the formula. What is the formula? P of A union B union C is P of A plus P of B plus P of C minus P of A intersection B minus P of B intersection C minus P of A intersection C plus P of A intersection B intersection C. P of A union B union C is given, that is 9 by 10. P of A. What is P of B? P of B you can write as twice P of A. P of C you can write as thrice P of A minus P of A intersection B is given. P of A intersection B is 1 by 6 minus P of B intersection C is 1 by 4 minus A intersection is 1 by 8 plus A intersection B intersection C is 1 by 15. So that is 9 by 10 equal to P of A, when you add all this, you will get 6 times P of A minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 15. So 6 times P of A is equal to, take everything that side, 9 by 10 minus will become plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 15. When you take LCM is 6, 10, 6, 4, 8, 20, all are divisible by 120. So 120. So 10 into 12 is 180. So 9 into 12, 108 plus 6, 20 times. 4 means 30 times. 8 means 15 times. And 15 means 8 times. So 108 minus 8 is 100. 100, 150, 165. 165 by 120. When you cancel by 5, 3, 3. When you cancel this by 5, 2 times 4. Once again, if you cancel by 3, you will get 11 by 8. So that is P of 6 times P of 8. That is 6 times P of A is 11 by 8. Therefore, from here, what is P of A? P of A is 11 by 6 into 8. That is 11 by 48. So P of A is 11 by 48. What is P of B? P of B is 2 times. P of B is twice P of A. 11 by 48. That is 11 by 24. Cancel, you will get 11 by 24. P of C is thrice P of A. 3 times 11 by 48. 3 and 48, 16 times, so 11 by 16. So what is the answer? P of A is 11 by 48, P of B is 11 by 24 and P of C is 11 by 16. The last sum in probability. In a class of 35, students are numbered from 1 to 35. There are 35 students, the roll number like 1, 2, 3 up to 35. The ratio of boys to girls is 4:3. The roll numbers of students begin with boys. So first boys starting from boy 1, boy 2 like that, and ends with a girl. Find the probability that the student selected is either a boy with prime number, a boy with a prime roll number, or a girl with composite roll number, or an even roll number. So three possibilities, three events. So what is S? S is 1 to 35. There are totally 35 students. So N of S is 35. What is now the ratio of the boys and girls is given 4:3. So first we will find number of boys and number of girls. So number of boys 4:3 means 4 out of 7. Total ratio is 7. So 4/7. So out of 7 boys, out of 7 students, 4 are boys. How many students are there? 35. So when you cancel 5 times, so there are 20 boys. So number of girls will be the remaining. 35 minus 20 are 3/7. Like that if you want, you will get 15. So number of boys is 20, number of girls is 15. Now the boys are numbered first. 1 to 20 are boys, the 21 to 35 are girls. Now first event, probability getting either boy with a prime roll number. What is the first event? Boy with a prime roll number. Prime number. Boys are 1 to 20. Out of that, what are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. Only up to 20 are boys. 3, 6, 8. So N of A is 8. P of A is 8/35. That is next. What is the next event? A girl with composite roll number. B is girl with composite number. So girl number starting from 21. So accept the prime number 21. So 21, 22, 23 is prime number, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 is prime number, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So N of B is 12. P of B is 12/35. The third event is, what is the third event? Or even roll number. So C is even roll number. What are the even roll numbers? 2 even number. So when you list out, you will get 2, 4, 6, 8 up to 34. So how much will N of C is 17. So P of C is 17/35. Now we will find all the intersection part. What is A intersection B? A intersection B is, A is this one, B is here. But look, A is only up to 20, B is 21 there is no common. So A intersection B is null set. So n of A intersection B is 0. So P of A intersection B is 0 by 35. B intersection C. B is girls with composite number. These are B. And C is even number. So what are the numbers common here? 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 and 34. 2, 4, 6, 7. So n of B intersection C is 7. That is P of B intersection C is 7 by 35. A intersection C. A is prime number, boys with prime number, C is even number. What are the thing? Only 2. So n of A intersection C is 1. So P of A intersection C is 1 by 35. Now A intersection B intersection C you have to find. A intersection B, what is common in all the three? A and B itself is null set. A intersection B itself is null set. So there won't be anything common in all the three. So P of A intersection B intersection C is 0 by 35. Why it is 0? Because A intersection B is null set. Here itself is nothing common. Then how it will be common in C? So now apply the formula. P of A union B union C is P of A plus P of B plus P of C minus P of A intersection B minus P of B intersection C minus P of A intersection C plus P of A intersection B intersection C. P of A 8 by 35. P of B 12 by 35. P of C 17 by 35. A intersection B is 0. 0 by 35. B intersection C is 7. 7 by 35. A intersection C is 1 plus 0 by 35. So 37, when you add this, all the positive, 20, 37, here minus 8. So you'll get 29 by 35. So 29 by 35. So that's the answer. So with that, we come to the end of probability. So probability, all the sums we finish. Now one more chapter we have, that is geometry. Now we will come to geometry. That is, now only we are coming to the fourth chapter. So in 10th standard here, we are going to learn about, in geometry, the first chapter, first exercise, we are going to learn about similar triangles. What is similar? We are in lower classes, we learned concurrent. What is the difference between similar and concurrent? We say two triangles concurrent. Concurrent means two geometrical figure having same size and same shape. Concurrent is, we learned same size and same shape. Then we say the two triangles or two figures are concurrent. In similar, just different. What is similar? Similar means the two are figures have the same shape. Same shape. Suppose if you are taken your photograph, passport size or postcard size, shape is same, figure is same, but only the size is different. Size is different. If you take a photograph, a passport size photo is like this, or even if you are printed a flex, your shape is same, but sizes are different. Here we say the sizes are proportional. So two diagram or two figure having same shape with proportional sides proportional, then we call it as similar. Here the first exercise, or before going to the exercise, we have some rules and relations, some criteria. So similar triangles. For concurrency, we learnt how to be, when we said concurrent, two triangles are concurrent, when the three sides and three angles are equal. So instead of comparing all the three angles and three sides, we use concurrence property, that is postulates: side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, 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 and RHS. So only three parts we took. Instead of taking all the three angles and three sides, we took only two sides and including angle, two angles and side, all the three sides. This is for right angle triangle. Same way for similarity also, we have three criteria. I will explain. You copy from your book, because all these are notes only. The first one is angle similarity. What is angle similarity? You can copy the notes from the textbook. I will explain. Suppose two triangles. The two triangles, suppose ABC and DEF. ABC, DEF. If two angles of one triangle are equal to two angles of another triangle, then we can say that the two triangles are similar. Suppose angle A is equal to angle D and angle B is equal to angle E. Then we can say that these two triangles are similar. Automatically the third angle will be, suppose, because sum of the three angles is 180. Suppose if it is 60 means this is also 60. 50 means this is 50. Automatically this will be 70, this will be 70. Therefore, if two angles, angle A is equal to angle D and angle B is equal to angle E, then the triangle ABC is similar. For similar we use a symbol like this. Is similar to triangle DEF. By angle similarity, two angles. If you want, you can compare the third angle also, but if we compare any two angles, that is enough. If two angles of one triangle are equal to two angles of another triangle, then we say that the two triangles are similar. The next one is side angle side, SAS similarity. This is AAA, this is, what is SAS? If an angle of a triangle, just for example I am taking, ABC, you can call PQR. What is given? If one angle of a triangle, suppose A is equal to, it is not compulsory that A is equal to P only, any angle. Suppose A is equal to Q. The angle A is equal to Q. And the sides containing the angle, which are the sides containing angle A? These two sides. The sides containing the angle. Here the sides containing angle are BA and CA. Which are the sides containing angle Q here? PQ and RQ. The sides containing the angle are proportional. That is, the side. What is the side containing here? AB. So AB by PQ is equal to CA by, there it is, RQ. So if they are proportional, then we say that the two triangles are similar. That is the second criteria. One angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of another triangle and the sides containing them. So angle, therefore here triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR by side angle side criteria. The third one, side similarity. You know that side if three sides of one triangle are proportional to three sides of another triangle. Here we don't use the word equal. We use for similarity we use the word proportional. So for example, A, B, C, D, E, F. If AB is suppose 3 means this may be 6, proportional. Okay. So if AB is proportional to DE and BC is proportional to EF and CA is proportional to DF. If all the three sides are proportional, then we say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. This is the condition. So these are the three criteria. And some important results are there. In this class, we will learn only that, because using that results only, we are going to do problems. So first you should know the three criteria: angle, side, side. All these are in the textbook. You can copy the notes. But that's the example I gave. Now some important rules. What are the important rules? The first one is a perpendicular line drawn from the vertex of a right angle triangle. Suppose, now look here. What is given? Suppose ABC. ABC is a right triangle. ABC is a right triangle. So ABC is a right angle at B. Angle B is 90 degree. I am not writing the statement, just I will explain. So ABC is a right triangle at B. What is the rule says? A perpendicular drawn from the vertex of a right angle triangle. So if you drawn from the right angle, this from here, if you draw a perpendicular, suppose you call it D. BD is perpendicular to AC. When you draw a perpendicular, the perpendicular divides this triangle, the given triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, it divides into two triangles, ABD and DBC, two triangles. What is the condition given? These two triangles are similar to each other and each one is similar to the whole. What is the whole means? ABC. So what is given? Triangle ADB. So what is the result? Triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. First condition, triangle BDC. Same way, triangle ABD, CDB, similar to, each one is, so this is similar to each other, and the whole triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB, or triangle ABC is similar to triangle BDC. So each triangle, one is similar to 2 and one is similar to the whole, 2 also is similar to the whole. That is, so when you draw a perpendicular from the vertex of a right angle, you are getting these 3 conditions. That is first rule. The second rule, if 2 triangles are similar, then the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal to the ratio of the corresponding altitudes. So what is given? 2 triangles are similar. Suppose, let's take the diagram. A, B, C. P, Q, R. Okay. Now what is given? If 2 triangles are similar, what is given? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR given. And the result is the ratio of the corresponding sides. What are the ratio of the corresponding sides? AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to CA by RP equal to the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal to the ratio of the corresponding altitudes. Corresponding altitudes means from A, altitude means perpendicular. AD. That if you want to P, PS. So what is the condition? AD by PS. From if you take altitude from B means okay BE. So no place, so I am writing here equal to BE by QT. That is equal to, from C if you draw, maybe CF by okay U. So RU. So what is given? So what is that? The sides are PQ equal to BC by QR equal to CA by RP is equal to AD by PS is equal to BE by QT equal to CF by RU. This is the condition. That is second one. The third rule, so when 2 triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are proportional to the corresponding altitudes. That is the second one. Corresponding altitude. Third one, if 2 triangles are similar, the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal to the ratio of corresponding perimeters. Same way, third one, if 2 triangles are similar, A, B, C, D, E, F. What is given? They are similar. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Then what is the condition? The sides are proportional, that is AB proportional to DE. Or BC, we take side BC, that is corresponding side is EF. Or we take CA, corresponding side is FD or DF. Equal to, what is given? The equal to the ratio of the corresponding perimeters. Perimeter means sum of all the sides. Corresponding perimeters means AB plus BC plus CA. In this triangle, DE plus EF plus FD. So this is the third condition. Then the fourth condition, the ratio of area of 2 triangles are equal to the ratio of the squares of the corresponding sides. If the 2 triangles are similar, A, B, C, DEF. These two triangles are similar given. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Then what is the condition given? The ratio of the area. That is what the area of triangle ABC, ratio means you have to write it in the proposal. That is by area of triangle DEF. What is given is equal to the squares of their corresponding sides. Squares. So what are the squares? So the triangles are ABC and DEF. So squares of the corresponding sides. So AB square by DE square, or BC square by EF square, or AC square by DF square. So that is the fourth condition. The squares are the corresponding sides. The fifth condition, if two triangles have common vertex, and their bases are on the same straight line. Just okay. So AB, two triangles have a common vertex and bases are same. The ratio of their areas are equal to the ratio between the length of the bases. The fifth one, so here both the triangles have a common, the area ABD and BDC. If you like, ABD and BDC, the two triangles have common vertex B and both are, the bases are on the same straight line. In this case, what is given? The ratio between the area. So ratio between the area, that is area triangle ABD by area of triangle ABD CBD is equal to the ratio between the length of the bases. The ratio between the length of the bases means here it is AD, the base is AD, here the base is CD. The ratio between the length of the bases. So these are some points before we start our problem. Now when you come to exercise, or before that we will do some example sums. Example 4.1. A diagram is given. P, Q, R, S, T. Then some values are given 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. You have to show that triangle PST is similar to triangle PQR. There are two triangles, PST, this triangle, and PQR means the whole triangle. We have to prove that PST is similar to PQR. And we know that three criteria. One of the three criteria we have to use. So, if you look at these two triangles, find PS by PQ. What is PS? PS is 2. PQ is PS plus SQ. PS plus SQ. That is 2 by 2 plus 1. That is 2 by 3. That is PQ by. Same way if you find PT by PR. PT is 4, PR is 4 plus 2. 4 by 6 or 2 by 3. So PS by PQ is equal to PT by 2 by 3, 2 by 3. So PS by PQ is equal to PT by PR. And if you look here, angle P is common in both. Angle P is common. And P is common in both the triangles. Therefore, by second criteria, side angle side, PS side angle side, or QS angle and RP. So by side angle side, therefore triangle PST is similar to triangle PQR by side angle side similarity. One more. The second sum in the same, we'll finish with that, will come to an end. So the second, the diagram is given. Look at the diagram. Same thing, you have to prove that these two triangles are similar. We have to show that PST is similar to PQR. Same way, we find PS by PQ. So PS by PQ. Already I did PS is 2, PQ means sum of that is 5. And PT by PR. PT is 2, PR is PR also 2 plus 3, 5. And here if you look, PS by PQ is equal to PT by PR. And once again, angle P is common in both. Angle P is common. Therefore, the two triangles PST is similar to triangle PQR by what? By side angle side similarity. So both the triangles are similar. Okay boys, with this we'll come to the end of this session. Thank you.